Hello everyone, welcome back to Creative Playground where you can get fun worksheets to use in your classroom. And in this episode, I would like to share with you worksheet that is called Wheel of Progress. Alright, so it looks like this. I'm just gonna show you how it looks like first. You have some questions here, and there's a part where you need or the students need to write their mission statement after they did this, after they have done this wheel of progress check. All right, okay, so why is this called wheel of progress? Because so you can see that this circle, and there are a few labels right here which are the skills that the students need to prepare or to master before they sit for the exam, and then they can identify their strengths and their weaknesses from these areas. All right, so this is to identify strengths and weaknesses, and then the most important thing or the outcome of this um, reflection or checking their strengths and weaknesses is to plan the next thing, what they can do to improve their area of weakness. All right, so I'm going to explain to you a little bit what is going on here in this wheel. Okay, so you can see that this circle is divided into six sections. All right, speaking, writing, vocabulary, and you can actually break this further down. Like for example, if you want to do one for speaking, and then you will break this down into different part of the speaking skills. Like for example, talking about advantages and disadvantages, or maybe here it's about agree in part, about agreeing, disagreeing. So you can choose some specific speaking skills that you would like the students to specifically reflect on. Okay, so and here this little black lines are actually little scales. I supposed to write numbers here, but I you can design this better than me. Okay, so the like 1 2 3 4 5, so 1 being the lowest and 5 is the highest, and so there will be that similar scales to every sections in this wheel. Okay, so and then what the students have to do is that they need to rate where are they in their mastery of that skill in general. So this doesn't have to be so complicated. They just have to take a scale which they feel describe their level, their current level at the moment. All right, so like for example, this is a 3, and then so there's supposed to be some numbers here. Okay, but I didn't do the scale. All right, so the next step, after the students have identify or rate themselves from 1 to 5, they should connect the lines like this. All right, so they will see something like this. So you can see what is the highest um, point, or which one is the lowest one. So if you can, so some of the things that you can say to interpret from the students' wheel of progress is that you can see the weakness area in here are vocabulary and writing, and you can see that if the vocabulary is improved, then other areas will also be will also improve at the same time, because vocabulary is like the basic structure for all the skills, so for writing, speaking, grammar, reading, and so on. Okay, so when they have done this, so they have to answer a few questions. So what is their strengths, and why do they think that is their strength? So they have to explain it a little bit. So they so it gives you some information on their strengths, and the same goes to their weakness. All right, so the third question is the most important thing. So usually when we ask students about what is it that they can do to improve their English, that they will say something like, read more books, maybe watch videos or listen to music. But do they really do that? because the key here is consistency. It's being consistent, right? So for them to be able to do that, planning is one thing that can help them, because um, a dream without a plan is just a wish, right? So they really have to really plan what they want to do at a specific time. So fixing the time is actually a very important factor in the success of doing the activities to improve their English. Okay, so what is the activity? Name the activity, like for example, read sample of essays, then when, and then what is the date and what time is it of the day, like maybe 7 p.m. and so on. All right, and then when they actually have done these activities, they need to think about um, how this activity can help them to improve. So they need to be specific about it. So for example, if they read sample of essays, maybe they want to look at the format, or maybe they want to look at some specific linkers, or maybe type of vocabularies for that specific essay, for example. So they need to know the activity that they choose has purpose. All right, and then number five, we need to choose a reward. So choose reward. You can suggest to the student after they have studied, and then they can spend some time after that to take a break, right? Maybe listen to their favorite song, or maybe watch one favorite video, or maybe go out to take some fresh air, or maybe text a friend. So that kind of reward. So because we are trying to make this as a habit, if there's a reward in something that they do, it will be more likely for them to do it again. And then so number six is to report. So the way I do this is that I ask the students to report to me this activity that they did, and then they need to explain a little bit on what they learned from that activity. Okay, and then so here, this is just an option. This is just like a statement to remind the student about their planning, about what they want to do, that specific activity. Because in the creation of habit, other than reward, reminder is a very important thing. So this can be as a reminder when they look at it, so they remember to do the activity that they have planned, and then when the time comes, they will just do it without spending too much time deciding or planning or thinking on what to do. All right, so I hope I have explained this properly, and you can know how to use this or how this works. Okay, so this is just a worksheet called Wheel of Progress, where the student can reflect on the current progress to identify their strengths and weaknesses, and to identify activities how to overcome them as a preparation for the exam. All right, so this has been the Creative Playground. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.